Hey guys, Twin Gemini here with AOL Gaming, looking into NFL predictions for Week 3. What you'll see in this video is, again, a breakdown of the primetime games and then stats and scores predictions of the week. So let's go. Alright, first game, the Thursday game. I kind of struggled with these teams, Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's what I say about Miami is that they looked better in Week 2 than what they did in Week 1. Ryan Fitzpatrick actually did not throw as many interceptions, 3 to none in Week 2. Another thing about this team, so many running backs. They're paying Matt Breida, Jordan Howard, but they're starting Myles Gaskin, so that's interesting to me. My opinion, start to might as well. Everybody's getting hurt. Throw him out there. Let him get some experience. See if he is what it is, because the way Dolphins are looking right now, are they going to draft Trevor Lawrence next? It's just crazy. On the Jacksonville Jaguars side, they're kind of the same way. They're shocking me so far, though, with a win. Minshew maniac, because that's all this team is Minshew. Their offense looks good. They can score. I did not know that. And with them getting rid of Fournette, I would have been like, well, there goes their offense. They're one-dimensional. But Robinson last week shows you he can run the ball. I think they're an underrated team, especially in this division. Colts are 1-1, Titans 2-0, Texans 0-2. They could be in the middle. So it's interesting to see that. And for my prediction, I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars, 38-21. Fitzpatrick has a decent game, 308, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Gaskin, 86 yards. I'm going with Parker, 2 of those touchdowns. On defense, I'm going to watch Eric Rowe. Minshew, 378, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Robinson, I think he pulls off 95 yards. The receiver showing that exactly what I just said, because I don't know how to say his name. 107 yards, 2 touchdowns for him, and then I'm watching Myles Jack, defensive side. Next, we have the Washington football team versus the Cleveland Browns. I'm having the Browns pull this off by 10, 24-14. Haskins, 218 with 2 touchdowns. Gibson, not a good day. McLaurin, though, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns, and now I'm watching Young on the defensive side. Baker Mayfield has a Baker Mayfield day, 194, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nick Chubb has a big day, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm going with Landry, receiver, watch him. And then Denzel Ward on the defensive side. Next, the New England Patriots versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I got the Patriots winning here 24-13. I know Raiders are 2-0, and that's shocking, but I have them losing here. Cam Newton, 218, 1 touchdown. Also, 68 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns for him. Edelman continues his good week last week, 87 yards with a touchdown. Chase Winovich is the one to watch. Carr, I think he struggles here against the Patriots defense. 212, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jacobs, 88 yards. Ruggs is a receiver to watch. Defensive side, I don't think they do much against them. McMillan's the one to watch for the Raiders. Next, the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Giants. I know Jimmy Garoppolo is probably out and Nick Bosa is done for the year, but I think Mullins has a decent day. 189, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Remember, he did start before. Moser, I think they rely on him, 88 yards. And then wide receiver, AQ, 110 with 1 touchdown. He shows that he's a good receiver in the league, hopefully. On the Giants side, DeAndre Jones still struggles. 191, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Devontae Freeman, I'm going to put him in there. I don't think he really does much. Golden Tate has a touchdown. And then Blake Martinez, the one to watch on the defensive side. But I got the Niners winning 27-14. Next, the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the Steelers here 21-17. Close game, but Texans still struggling. Watson, 229 with a touchdown. Johnson, maybe 68 yards, touchdown. And I got Cooks, also possible 80 yards and a touchdown. Of course, the Watt brother game. J.J. Watt, defensive side. I think they do come out with a fumble and 2 sacks. Steelers, we got Ben Roethlisberger, 279, 2 touchdowns. Don't think he throws an interception. Connor continues to have off of his last week, 118 with a touchdown. Juju, I think Smith-Schuster will 94 yards and a touchdown. Again, watch the Watt brothers. I think they come off with 3 sacks and a fumble. No interception in this game. Next, we got the Los Angeles Rams versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm going with the Bills here, 33-27. Jared Goff, 258, 2 touchdowns. Don't think we get much out of Brown, just 68 yards. Robert Woods, the receiver to watch here. And then Jalen Ramsey on the defensive side. For the Bills, Josh Allen, I think he goes 308 with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Singletary only runs the ball for about 58 yards. Beasley, I'm going a big game from him with 2 touchdowns, and Ed Oliver to watch on the defensive side as they do get 4 sacks and a fumble. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Minnesota Vikings. I got the Titans handling them pretty well, 30-14. Tannehill, 330, 2 touchdowns. Henry, I think, has a big day, 119 and a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 109 and a touchdown. Malcolm Butler to watch on the defensive side. For the Vikings, Kirk Cousins continues his bad streak. 244. I do think he has a touchdown, but 2 interceptions. Dalvin Cook, I'm giving him 73 and a touchdown. The rookie Justin Jefferson, I do give him a touchdown. And I think defensive side, it all relies on Harrison Smith if the Titans can throw the ball or run the ball like they have been. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals and Philadelphia Eagles. High-scoring game here. I'm going with the Eagles with their first win, 35-30. Joe Burrow has a good day, though. 307, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mixon, 68 yards with a touchdown. Watch Boyd. I think he has a big game against that defense. 108 with 2 touchdowns. Dunlap to see if he can get the Wentz will be the key game to watch. Wentz, 280, 2 touchdowns. I think he stops with the turnover bug this game. No interceptions. Sanders has a big day with 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ertz also has a big game with 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensive side, I'm going to watch Mills. And 2 sacks, interceptions, and a fumble for the defense. All right, next game is the Chicago Bears versus the Atlanta Falcons. I got the Falcons winning here 34-17. I think they reroute themselves after that disappointing loss against the Cowboys. Trubisky, 232, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Montgomery doesn't do much. And then Miller, the receiver to watch for them, with 57 yards and 1 touchdown. Fuller against Julio will be the matchup. I think he holds Julio, but Calvin Ridley continues his streaks with 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matt Ryan also keeps it going. 321, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Gurley, I think, adds to the mix here, 85 yards with a touchdown. Going to watch Fowler defensively to see if he could get to Trubisky. So Falcons 34-17. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Los Angeles Chargers. I got the Chargers winning this 27-10. Teddy Bridgewater continues to struggle with that one-dimensional offense now. Christian McCaffrey being hurt. 188, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Mike Davis looks like he's going to start. I don't think he does much. Samuel, I'm going 62 yards and 1 touchdown. And watching Short on the defensive side. Justin Herbert gets his second start. I think it's better. 246, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions for him. They win this game. Austin Eckler, 54 yards and a touchdown. Keenan Allen again has a big game. 116, 2 touchdowns. And watching Joey Bosa on defensive side. New York Jets versus the Indianapolis Colts. I got the Colts winning 30-13. Sam Darnold, 206, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Frank Gore, 58 yards. Perryman, the receiver here for the Jets, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. Watching DCR on the defensive side, maybe him against the Colts will spark a fire. I think they do come away with an interception. Philip Rivers, 303, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor, I think, has a big game here. 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. T.Y. Hilton, 82 yards and a touchdown. Leonard on the defense. I'm going 4 sacks, interception, and a forced fumble for the Colts. All right, next we got the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Denver Broncos. I got Tampa Bay here 33-21. Tom Brady, I don't think he throws any interceptions here. 258, 3 touchdowns. Fournette, 62 yards with a touchdown. Gronkowski, the one to watch offensively, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Barnett defensively, I think they get a lot of sacks on Driscoll, which 218, 1 touchdown, interception. Gordon has a decent day, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think Deshaun Hamilton will be okay, 59 yards with a touchdown. Justin Simmons, the one to watch, only come away with a sack for the Broncos. Next, we got the Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals. I got Matt Stafford, 224 yards with a touchdown. no interceptions. Adrian Peterson, 74 yards and a touchdown. Marvin Jones also with a touchdown. I do believe the defense forces a fumble. On the Cardinals side, 344 yards for Murray, 2 touchdowns. Drake, 68 yards with a touchdown. And I'm going with DeAndre Hopkins this week, 102 yards, 1 touchdown. I've been avoiding it, but we'll see if he has another big game. And then defensive side, Simmons, I believe they will come away with 4 sacks, but winning 27-14. Next, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Seattle Seahawks. I got the Seahawks 30-21. Dak Prescott 387, 3 touchdowns with an interception. Zeke 81 yards. CeeDee Lamb 90 yards and a touchdown. Key to watch is DeMarcus Lawrence, see if they pressure Russell. Wilson, 317, 3 touchdowns. Chris Carson, 87 and a touchdown. And I think Olsen has a big game, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Wagner to watch defensively. Next primetime game, Green Bay Packers at New Orleans Saints. Listen, Packers 2-0 here in the NFC North. It looks like they probably will run away with that division. Listen, Aaron Rodgers looks like young Aaron Rodgers to me. Not last game, but the game before, and that comes out to the balanced offense. They're able to throw, and then guess what? Aaron Jones can still run the ball. With an underrated defense, this team has. You got Kenny Clark getting pressure on the quarterback. Jari Alexander, of course, at corner. And I think they all team to just control offenses. You got both of the Smiths. I don't know. I think they're very underrated defensively. And key for this team is to watch Kamara this week. Of course, on the upside of New Orleans Saints, give him the ball. He led the team in rushing and passing last week because Michael Thomas is out, so who else is going to catch the ball? On the Saints side, the offense needs help, and I'm looking at Jared Cook this week for their key to move the ball offensively. Defense needs to do better. I think Saints also has one of those defenses that they can control the game, but as you've seen against the Raiders, offense couldn't move the ball, so they got winded. It happens. My last statement here is washed up Drew Brees, and I think it's time to say it. Maybe we didn't see it last year because Teddy Bridgewater did such a good job. But in the playoffs and at the end of the year, we thought Saints were still good. They were still winning games, but let's face it, Drew Brees hasn't had the year I thought he would coming into the new year, but we'll see. And I got the Green Bay Packers winning this game here, 38-24. Aaron Rodgers, big day, 387, 4 touchdowns. Jones, 87 with a touchdown. I'm watching Scantling here, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think Lattimore will hold Devontae Adams. 2 sacks and 2 interceptions for the defense. On the Saints side, Drew Brees, 270 with 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Kamara, again, is the offensive focus on this team. 91 yards, 74 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Jared Cook, 62 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Lattimore, the one to watch. More 3 sacks, and they do force a fumble, but they lose to the Packers 38-24. Next primetime game, Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. And the Chiefs, I think last week we did not see Helaire the way we did in week 1. I think they need to get him going early in order to throw off the Ravens. Next, defensively, I believe they need to pressure Jackson. If they get the pressure on him, he needs to make that quick decision. And I don't know. I'm not sold on Lamar Jackson yet. I mean, he's MVP. I could give it to him, but against the Chiefs, we'll see it. And then again, I think they need to play the pass and make Jackson throw the ball. As long as they stop him running wise, I think they'll be okay. On the Ravens side, they need to stop the deep ball. Against Patrick Mahomes, stop that deep ball and make him throw it short. Try to beat you quick passes down the field. As far as Jackson, I want them to take long drives, be able to run the ball, hit the quick stuff. And I think Ravens will win. Play action pass is big for the Ravens here. If they can go off the play action I believe Jackson will have a big game, and that'll help the Ravens out. Should be a great game. I'm hoping it is. This might be, in some people's opinion, the AFC Championship game. I don't think it is, but it should be a good game, and I'm excited. And I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game 37-34. Mahomes 286, 3 touchdowns. I do have him throwing an interception. Elaire 107 yards with 1 touchdown. Hill has a big game, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Chris Jones, the one to watch. I believe they do force a fumble. Jackson 227, 2 touchdowns, interception. He does have 60 yards and a rushing touchdown. Mark Ingram 61 yards. I think they balance out that handoffs, but I don't think any of them get a touchdown this week. Andrews, I think, comes away with 2 touchdowns, 58 yards. And then Patrick Queen to watch defensively to see if they stop that run game. And top performers going into the week, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers and Kyler Murray, Raheem Mostert and Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill and Keenan Allen, and defensively, the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Already week 3. Week 2, we've seen a lot of injuries, and this is probably going to impact a lot of teams going forward. A couple shocking things too, just to knock them out of there. Las Vegas Raiders are 2-0. Did not see that coming. The NFC West, and looking like it's probably the strongest division in football. It looks like there could be 4 possible playoff teams in that division. So a lot of things to watch. It's very early, but I'm excited to see it. I'm Twin Gemini with AWOL Gaming. I'll see you next week.